So next step, we're going to want to add another step to our Zap. So once this happens, we're going to want to connect our Webflow project to this Zap so you can pull in the company info. Press add set, action / search, find Webflow. And we've got a few items, and depending how you like to personal preference based on how you want to update your site, you can push it to live, so you can update a live item, or you can just add an item as draft. So we're going to want to create an item. We're going to connect the right project to your Webflow account. Always good to label them, otherwise you end up with Webflow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Connect the right project, test it if needed, save and continue. This is just a site I've built earlier. It's a bit of a side project which I'm going to use in this example. And we're going to want to connect the CMS which we're going to use. So before we do that, I'm just going to pop over to Webflow just to show you what I mean if you're not familiar with Webflow. This is the front page of the project we're going to use as the guide for this. And if you go to CMS, I store mine under a companies record or companies collection, which has got some that I've done before. Just as an example, you can see the sort of info that we need from here. Some of it is essential, some of it's not. So we're going to want to put it in the companies record of our Webflow CMS. So back over to Zapier, collection, companies, or whatever you've called yours. So it'll pull in all the fields automatically from Webflow, and we, again, like we did in the Google Sheet or in the webhook to Google Sheet, we're going to want to map across the information we need. So for this, we're going to have the name. That'd be a good start. Again, you can add this, if we're adding it direct, you can add it directly from the webhook, or you can add it from the information pulled in from the Google Sheet, which is less obviously because you've only mapped a few fields. So let's do it from here. Name, Riot Games. Let's go to description. HQ. Los Angeles. Link, I think I call it link. Weird. And then just map all your information across. The logo, that is always nice to have if you're creating something visual, but for now we'll just leave it off as I haven't done it in the first bit. So once you've got your information, scroll down, you're going to see archived and draft. You're going to need this. So we're going to want it set to no for archived because we want it to go to a live site, and we're going to save it as yes for draft. So it's going to save it on draft so we can review the information before we publish it live on our site. This doesn't really matter as much if you've got a project which isn't live yet, but say if you've got a live site, you might want to review the information first. Press continue. And that's it. It's got the data we wanted. I'm going to send a test to Webflow now. Okay. Once you get this green light, over to Webflow. Might need a little refresh. Back to CMS. Okay, companies, 61 items. Right, game should be at the top. There's a draft. And you can add in more information if you wanted to. So if you've got sectors, if you want to put it gaming, We haven't got a gaming thing there yet, but just fill in all the blanks and that's it. That is how you get a LinkedIn company URL through to Phantom Buster, through to a Google Sheet, and then use Zapier to connect all the dots together and create a draft item into Webflow.